Okay, so now the OFDM in 5G NR. So 5G NR is we know that it is an OFDM based system, and this is how a transceiver looks for 5G NR. So here we can spot these two blocks. That this is IFFT, then we are adding cyclic prefix. Then on the receiver part, we are first removing the cyclic prefix, then taking the FFT. Okay, so more or less, this is the OFDM block diagram for 5G NR. Yes, there can be some extra blocks for more processing, and this is we are emphasizing on the OFDM part. If we go with 5G NR or with any other system, there can be some plus minus on the blocks on right and left. For example, for 5G data channel, this error correction coding will be LTPC. For control channel, it will be polar coding, and so on. And for LTE, it is, I think, turbo coding. Okay, but with this, I want to emphasize that this is like we have I50 block, cyclic prefix, and so on. Okay, so this is another table. So with this table, yeah, and before going further, this is taken from 38.101-1. But what does it tell us? First of all, in 5G, I think some of you may be familiar that we have two frequency ranges there. This is FR1, this is FR2. Yeah, but I'll not go into much complexity of this. Let's pick one bandwidth. Let's pick 50 megahertz. This is bandwidth, and we said that in OFDM we have multiple subcarriers, and we said that subcarrier spacing is delta F there, and we proved our orthogonality equation with the help of delta F. So that delta F is subcarrier spacing. Okay, so maybe if you are going to work on 5G NR, having this intuition will obviously help you. That how do we read these tables? Okay, so in this case, the bandwidth is 50 megahertz, subcarrier spacing or delta F is 30 kilohertz. Okay, so in this case, it is saying that it is maximum transmission bandwidth configuration or NRB. So it is number of resource blocks. So some 5G terminologies are actually coming in. Okay, so I can give you some resources in this session. I cannot go into defining everything, but if you are interested, just you can let me know. I can give you some resources to understand this. So for this particular configuration, the number of resources are 133. Okay, just wait for one more minute. So I will actually relate it with something that we have understood. And we know that in one resource block, there are 12 subcarriers. So for this particular case, 50 megahertz, 30 kilohertz, the number of subcarriers are 12 into 133. Okay, so we drew that, right? Like this, and there are multiple subcarriers. We have that picture, correct? When we draw the OFDM part or OFDM spectrum. So this is how we can calculate the number of subcarriers for a particular bandwidth, for a particular subcarrier spacing. And similarly, we can do the same for frequency range too. This is or also known as millimeter wave. Any questions till here or on this part? So this is another example that how can we actually relate something which is specified by specifications of 3GPP specs to our basics. Like in basic, we have OFDM, there we have number of subcarriers, FFT size, and so on. And I think in previous session, we have talked about that how can we calculate the FFT size for OFDM. And also, there is one more point, delay spread. So this table actually tells us that, sorry, not delay spread, yes, the cyclic prefix length. So in this case, let's give me 1 minute. Let's focus on this, or because this, if you look on the whole complete table, it may be confusing. So let's focus on this part. Okay, this one. So it, but yes, let me go through the table once. So it tells you that for OFDM, one slot has 14 symbols. So when we were actually discussing the ISI part, I told you that there are multiple symbols, and those symbols, because of the delay spread or because of the multipath threading, they are interfering with each other, and that leads to intersymbol interference. To mitigate that, for each symbol, we append some cyclic prefix. Okay, and also that cyclic prefix is also depend on the symbol duration sometimes, or not sometimes. Yes, it also has some, like, the cyclic prefix is this much percentage of the symbol. So in OFDM, the first and seventh symbol have some different duration, and other symbols are of different duration. And the reason is that to just make the total slot duration as in some 0.5 times of something. But yeah, let's not think in that terms, because that may confuse you at this point of time. But yes, it actually tells me that for a particular subcarrier spacing, there will be some symbol duration, and for that symbol duration, what is my cyclic prefix length? We just told me by this column and this column. But yeah, you can, because these values are not very different from each other, so you can assume, or you can just read it only one of the columns. But yes, because when we change the subcarrier spacing, or when we change the delta F, my symbol duration will change, and based on that, my cyclic prefix length will change.